This video is to take an extra look at an episode I recently reviewed, and that's Season 1, Episode 7 of The Big Bang Theory, the episode titled The Dumpling Paradox. The reason I wanted to take a look back is that after I reviewed this, it was pointed out to me that there's actually an error in this episode that I hadn't noticed before, and it's a very interesting one. It has to do with Raj, and the fact that in this episode he actually seems to break character, or perhaps more accurately, have a character inconsistency in that he speaks in front of Penny in this episode. It happens in the episode right at the beginning after the theme song at the 3 minute and 29-second mark, after the group comes back into the apartment after Howard has gone over with Penny's friend. They're standing around and they're trying to decide how they're going to play the game. And Leonard says the only way they can play teams is if they split Raj in half. Raj replies to Leonard saying, "Oh, sure, cut the foreigner in half. There's a billion more where he came from." The key part here is that he says it's right in front of Penny, who's standing in front of him in the room. This is inconsistent with Raj's character up until this point, in that we know at this point that he can't speak in front of women. He hasn't been able to do so at this point, but he seems to openly do it without much thought here. My thought on this would be that this is just an error that made it into the episode. Because at this point, as I said, we know that Raj can't speak to women. It's not established until the next episode that he can do so when he's drinking. It also can't be said that he didn't know perhaps that Penny was in the room because they were all together looking at the door. They walk in, so she's standing right there. He knew she was there. So I think this was just an overthought on the writers. They didn't think about it, or perhaps something in editing, and it just happened to slip in here. I'm curious what other people think about this. Do you think this was an error in the show, or do you think this was done on purpose to show that perhaps Raj just wasn't thinking, or he reacted suddenly to Leonard's comment and spoke even though Penny was there? I don't know. It strikes me as an inconsistency. I thought it was an interesting fact to bring up, so I just wanted to throw that in here as a little extra fact. Um, Please leave some comments to let me know your thoughts on this, and like this video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, keep an eye out for the next video coming soon.